Hi and welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be giving you a little bit more of bookish content over the vlogs, although the vlogs will be returning probably after this video. I don't think I can get another one filmed, but today's video I'm going to do something a bit more bookish, and that is going to be telling you my May hopefuls, my TBR for the month of May. Now, I have been struggling with reading in April because it is basically the most stressful part of university. It's my second year and it's the final part of the second year. So like I have like 4 essays I've been trying to do. I've got 9 days to do them. I've got 2 down, I've got 2 left. I got this. What am I doing now? Filming a video instead of writing essays. But anyway, so yeah, I have 4 essays to do. I had a presentation that I needed to do. I've got another presentation I've got to prepare for June. For the previous vlogs, we've got a presentation for that I've got to prepare for. So yeah, I've been very stressed and I barely read anything, but I will quickly show you my currently reading of April, which has been You Should See Me in a Crown. Now, I've been slowly reading through this the entire month, but I'm nearly done and I probably will finish it today, which is the 28th of April. So it won't be a May read, but I thought I'd just show it you now. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cute. It's nothing like stand out, but it's like a cute little sapphic read, and I love all the prom shenanigans. Basically, we follow our main character Liz. Is it Liz? Yeah. Check it already. But we follow our main character Liz, who was denied her place in college, aka university, and the only way she can get a scholarship to go to her preferred college now is to win the school prom, and this school is very much prom orientated. Like normally you have schools that are very sports focused, very rugby, very American football kind of focused, but yeah, this one is very prom heavy and we get all the prom shenanigans. There's betrayal, there's love. It's very cute. I'm really enjoying it and hopefully I can get it done today. But yeah, that's my currently reading of April. I've been dipping in and out of other books, but nothing I've quite finished. And a lot of the books that I've been dipping out of are probably going to appear in this video as like crossovers, I guess, whatever, like spillovers for the TBR. So I think I'll start with those. The books that I've started, not necessarily got too far into them. There's like 1 or 2 where I'm like halfway through. But these are the ones that I have been dipping in and out of throughout April, throughout the month before April. What was that? May? No, May's next. Whatever came before April, March. There you go. Shows you how much my brain has fizzled from all these essays. But these are the ones that I've been reading throughout the year, but just haven't finished because I just can't seem to finish a book anymore. But the first one is Meet Cute. Oh, I didn't say who this was by. This is by Leah Johnson. But yeah, my next one is Meet Cute Club by Jack Harben. Now, this is a gay romance about a guy that works in a bookstore, and he has like this little romance book club that's kind of falling apart. No one's really attending anymore and people keep dropping out of it. And basically he runs into this other guy. It's Jordan and Max. Max comes into the bookstore one day, makes fun of his romance books, and it kind of just goes from there. They have a budding romance. Max decides to help Jordan kind of revamp the club, and I'm 100 pages into it and I'm quite enjoying it. Nothing amazing about it just yet. It's very basic, and sometimes the POV switches and it's not really clear, so I'm like, oh, we're in Jordan's POV now. But so far I'm enjoying it. Then the next book is She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai. I hope I said that right. I didn't realise there's a second author, and Narukai Nakagawa. Translated by Ginny Tapley Take-Mori. So many names on this. Oh, it's the same translator as Convenience Store Woman. Hey, I didn't know that. But this one basically follows the journey of a woman who finds a cat, and we get both her POV and the cat's POV. Nothing's really happening, but it's just very aesthetic. And I plan to write my dissertation on translated fiction involving cats. So this will be hopefully a very helpful book that I can analyse. Yeah, it's really good so far. This book I'm 32 pages into, so not that far, but I'm enjoying it. Nothing amazing again about it, but it's building up to it. The next one I'm going to be reading is Junji Ito's Tomi. Now, I have been dipping in and out of this one because I saw JLo's review on it, La La Loves Lit, on Instagram and YouTube. I saw her review it and she said it got very samey, very repetitive because she read it all at once. And she recommended that I read it kind of staggeredly and not just read it all at once because it gets repetitive. So I'm kind of doing that. I read a bit like ages ago, and now I've started to pick it up again, and it is very interesting. It's a manga. It's very good. But yeah, this one is about a weird parasite girl who has the power to control men, but she always ends up dead at the end, but she comes back in weird ways, and she's kind of like this weird demon witch thing, parasite that grows back. It's really weird and really intriguing, so yeah, I'm enjoying this one probably the most out of the ones I've talked about. Then the next one is a memoir that I got for Christmas, and I'm still working my way through, which is Catherine Ryan's The Audacity, which is, if you don't know Catherine Ryan, she's a comedian, Canadian comedian, and I think she's pretty funny. So I have her book. I have a signed copy by Kathy. That gives me flashbacks because my English lecturer is called Catherine, also aka Kathy, and we're not on the best terms. She's kind of a harsh marker. But yeah, I'm on page 71 of this and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's just basic review. It's like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's good. There's no hates yet. But yeah, I am actually enjoying this one. It is very run of the mill. Like, when I was a child, this happened. When I was a child, this happened. Like, I want to get to some of the more, like, when she performed at the Apollo, when she was on like these shows, like, if I can think of the shows, she was on that Mastermind show. I wonder if she'll talk about any of that. Yeah, it's okay so far. Then, for the final part of the currently reading stack, is Frontier by Grace Curtis. Now, this one, I saw this cover in Waterstones, and I was like, I can't be buying any more books. This was before my book buying bad, don't worry. But I was like, I can't buy any more books. I've already got 2 in my hands, which I'm going to read. But I just saw this and I was like, you know what? I kind of want a dabble in sci-fi. I want like a nice adventure in space or whatever. So I picked this one up because it is about a pod that crash lands on kind of an abandoned Earth. And it's queer romance as well. So I was like, okay, I've got to try this. I really like the cover as well. Like, the cover is really pretty. And I'm kind of like, I'm in between on whether I'm enjoying it or not, because it's written in a way in which it very much feels like a video game, which kind of is probably influenced by Grace Curtis, who in the back says she works at a video game store and kind of like a startup video game company thing. And this very much reads like a video game because every chapter feels very like a quest in a video game, like a side quest, and we never actually get the main POV as the main character apart from once, and we don't have their name. They're always referred to as the stranger, the stowaway, the thief, the whatever, and it's I kind of just want to see from her POV for the entirety and see all these shenanigans, but instead we keep getting thrust into new characters where we have to develop these new characters to an extent where they can be a POV character, and it's kind of getting a bit repetitive, but I'm sticking with it because I was like, if I'm buying this, I'm going to read it straight away. And I've kind of kept that thing. I'm on page 100, well 69, but we'll round it up to 100 because I need to feel good about myself. But yeah, I really hope I can finish. Oh, they're not even all the... You know what tome is. I hope I can finish all these currently reading ones in May. Now, let's move on to the fresher reads. Now, the next read I am going to be showing you is something very ambitious. Like, I have a lot of faith in myself to like read all of those I've just shown you, as well as to read A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, the prequel to The Priory the Orange Tree, which I can't even show you because it's holding up my camera. But this is a chunky book. Not as big as the first one, but it's still chunky. And now I'm going to audiobook this and read along with it because I did that for the second half of The Priory of the Orange Tree. And it was so much nicer. Like, the world building, the narrator's way of speaking was so nice. So I'm hoping that it's the same narrator. But yeah, I'm going to do that for this book. And this book is over 800 at least over 867 pages long. So hopefully, audiobook, my usual 2x speed. Hopefully I'll be able to get through this in the month of May. Maybe I could do a video on it. Not quite sure. I didn't do a video on the first one, so why would I do one on the prequel? But either way, I'll let you know my thoughts on this one. Hopefully it has a better conclusion to the Priory of the Orange Tree, because I really enjoyed the Priory of the Orange Tree, but my main gripe was the ending felt rushed. So hopefully this doesn't have the same problem. I mean, it's a prequel, so we're not going to get any more information on the ending from the first book, but maybe we'll get a bit of like cool stuff building up to it. I don't know how to describe books. I don't really know much about this one apart from it's a prequel, so that's all I've got for you. And the last two hopeful reads of May are two that I'm going to be doing videos on. One I know a little bit about, one I don't, so we'll get into that. I don't know why I'm being so mysterious. I'm just kind of reading, and I feel like I'm like in the bottom corner of the screen. I should probably recenter myself. There we go. So the first one is probably going to be a video you're going to see pretty soon, and that is The Stranded by Sarah Daniels. I'm out of breath. But this is probably going to be the one you're going to see most soon, because I'm going to be reading this book about a cruise ship that kind of gets stranded for 40 years. It can't go anywhere. It's just stuck. So this civilization kind of builds up on this cruise ship. And we follow two teenagers. One wants to rebel and like kind of get rid of the establishment on the boat and just like escape onto the mainland that doesn't want them. And the other one wants to do something else. Can't remember, it's been a minute. But it says to save their world, they must end it. So yeah. But this is set on a cruise, and I am luckily enough going on a cruise in the next week. I'm going on a cruise for the first time. I'm not a massive boat person, but we'll see how it goes. And I will be vlogging. There'll be 3 vlogs for that, just like there was 3 vlogs for my uni trip. Because, hey, who doesn't love a good vlog on a trip abroad? Because, yeah. But I'm going to be reading a book about cruise on a cruise. I'm not quite thought of a title for that video, but it's very interesting. But yeah, I'm going to be reading a book about a cruise ship getting stranded whilst I'm on a cruise. So hopefully I don't befall the same fate as this cruise ship. If I do, I will let you know. Just subscribe and comment with some praise and like wish me well on my 40-year journey on the cruise ship. But yeah, that's what will be a video coming up soon of me just doing a reading vlog for that. Now, the last book I'm going to be putting on my May hopefuls. I know there's been a lot. I'm really hoping I can get through all these, and I'll let you know. I'll probably do a May wrap up just to let you know how many I got through. But the final book I'm going to be reading is Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. Now, Alexandra Bracken is really close to my heart. I loved the Darkest Minds Never Fade in the Afterlight series. I've only read the first 3. I haven't read the short stories or the sequel book, but we don't talk about that. And I haven't read Passengers, but I've read Law. And I've read Darkest Minds, which I loved, and it's really close to my heart because they were books that I read in secondary school, and everyone thought I was a weirdo because I was reading about superpowers in a government camp. That got me a few stares. But I just wanted to do a nice little reading vlog for Silver in the Bone, which has been a long wait coming. It's based on Arthurian legend, so like King Arthur and the Round Table, Camelot, that kind of stuff. And I'm very excited for this one. That's about all I know about the book. But I got a signed copy. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little reading vlog to support Alexandra Bracken because we love a queen. So yeah, you'll see my thoughts on this book there, and probably find out what it's about in that video because I'll have some idea. But yeah, I've read like the prologue bit so far. Very mysterious. There's like a heist for a magical object, and then they get betrayed. It's very interesting, and that was just a prologue, so I'm very excited for this one. But yeah, I hope that I didn't talk too fast in that video. I just kind of sped through that. But they're the books that I'm wishing to read in May. Hopefully, once my essays are done at the end of this week / next week, I hope you're able to read again, which will be really good, and I'll actually get some self-esteem and not feel like I'm a terrible reader now. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you let me know if you read any of these books in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you think I'm getting myself into a shit book, if you think I'm getting myself into a good book, let me know in the comments and your thoughts on them. Try not to spoil them until I've read them. Maybe you can spoil it in the wrap-ups if you want. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay around for the next few videos. They're going to be a mini vlog series again. I'm so sorry if you're bored of the vlogs and just here for the book content. But yeah, what can I say? I'm travelling the world. So cringe. But yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!